Tonight, the storm is gone, but not the devastation it left behind. An entire New York City neighborhood burned to the ground.
This is our community. This is our people, our friends.
The president sees the destruction for himself.
We are here for you.
Our team of CBS News correspondents will bring you comprehensive coverage of the aftermath of Sandy.
This is the CBS Evening News with Scott Pelley, reporting tonight from Breezy Point, New York.
Good evening. We've come here because no community has seen more destruction from Hurricane Sandy than this. This entire neighborhood in the New York City borough of Queens, 111 homes, was destroyed by fire the night that the storm hit. 3 days ago, this was a neighborhood of families. This evening, folks are returning to find all of their possessions in ashes. And a little while ago, we saw a man put everything he had in one baby stroller and push it away. Breezy Point is a community on the Rockaway Peninsula, east of Manhattan, and it is the bluest of blue-collar neighborhoods. Many of the residents here are New York City firefighters or cops. Let us show you what Breezy Point looked like before. Rows of houses just a block or two from the beach. This is what the neighborhood looks like now. Governor Andrew Cuomo walked the ground today and heard remarkable stories of heroism. The fire started about 11 o'clock when the hurricane was at its height. By the time firefighters made their way here, water pipes were bursting and there was little pressure in the hydrants. They laid hoses in the rising water and used the flood to fight the fire. FDNY Assistant Chief Joseph Pfeiffer is the incident commander. What did it look like?
Fire was like a blowtorch. Fire flames shooting up in the air 100 feet and moving quickly to the west, driven by the hurricane. You
had winds of something like 80 miles an hour blowing this fire.
Exactly, and the winds coming off the ocean, very intense flames blowing from the southeast. So we had two fronts of fire that we had to deal with.
You know, when it comes to residential fires in New York City, where does this one rank?
As far as I know, unless you want to go back into the 1800s, this is probably the biggest private residential fire that we've had, at least in modern times.
The biggest one in New York City in modern times?
Yes.
How many houses destroyed?
111 houses totally destroyed by fire and 20 that received substantial damage from the fire.
Chief Pfeiffer says they are still searching the debris, but there are no reports of missing persons. No one is believed to have died here. Back now from Breezy Point, New York. We've been watching a somber procession here all day and into the evening. People returning to what is left of their homes, looking for cherished possessions. Michelle Miller helped one woman find a little comfort.
In the middle of dust and ashes, we found a pair of flip-flops worn by a 71-year-old widow named Marie Lopristi. Lopristi was digging through what's left of 7 Gotham Lane, her home of 34 years.
What are you hoping to find? Something I could take with me.
When the flames started late Monday night, Lopristi was in her house with 2 neighbors, fellow widows Kathy Brennan and Elaine Atasso.
And we thought we could fight it. The worst thing that water comes up, but at least we would have had everything we own. But then the fire started coming and we couldn't fight that.
They sought refuge in a neighbor's house. When that caught fire, they fled to another. This is what's left of the first home. This was the second. All lost. They finally found refuge at a church.
Oh, my God.
Every few minutes, a neighbor greeted her with a hug. The community's spirit is strong.
You hug the baby.
Like most of her neighbors here, Lopristi says she's not going anywhere.
I want to be here.
Why do you want to stay here?
Because I belong in Breezy. This is our community.
Lopristi continued to dig through the rubble of her home, determined to find something, anything to ease the pain.
Just the tile. I had tile.
Her determination was contagious.
I think I found something over here.
Oh, yeah, that's a plate. Oh, yeah, that's a plate I had in there. everything. The plane that I didn't even think I liked.
One small memory
Oh, thank you.
from a life blown apart by a terrible storm. Michelle Miller, CBS News, Breezy Point, New York.
And rebuild they will. We'd like to thank the New York National Guard, the Fire Department of New York, and the New York Police Department for their assistance today. That's the CBS Evening News for tonight. For all of us at CBS News all around the world, I'm Scott Pelley.